everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for the hashtag 50 stack challenge. This is the 6th one of these challenges, so if you are on YouTube, just use hashtag 50 stack challenge 6. I know that Instagram doesn't do the hashtag thing anymore, but I will be listing all my posts as hashtag 50 stack challenge 6 if you are wondering and you want to post yours. That's just how, because I've labeled it hashtag 50 stack challenge for so long that I'm just going to keep doing that. So anyways, I have all the prompts together, and this is going to be totally random, kind of like last time. I just thought that was fun, and it's an easier one to do kind of anything that you want. Like, for example, I usually make ephemera pieces, but Nancy Pitter is going to try to do collages for hers. So that's great if you want to paint something, whatever. The absolute only rule is, if you can even call it a rule, is to use the prompts, right? So each week I will draw 2 prompts out of my bag. So you can use them both in, if you're doing a collage, like in one collage, or you can do 2 separate. You decide, that's up to you. But I will do 2 pieces of ephemera usually is how I like to do it. So I will start, and we may end up with a prompt that we've had in a past 50 stack challenge, but just, you know, make something different with it this time. It's just, I sit down and write out prompts and then I cut them apart. So chances are somewhere in there I'm going to end up with things that I've done either similar or the same. So number 1 is floral, and that means you can use anything floral that you want on your piece, whether it be ephemera or painting or whatever. So I could use a flower, or I could use floral paper, that type of thing, or you could draw flowers, or you get it. All right, number 2 is drips. So I'll need to put some drippy paint, ink, watercolor, whatever, onto whatever it is I decide to make. So if I make a piece of ephemera, whatever it is, put some drips. And you can choose whether you want to use paint or ink or whatever else, coffee. So that is what we have for today. I will be back in a minute with all my goodies so that we can get started. Okay, I am back. So this is what I'm going to use for floral. It's Tim Holtz wallpaper with, you know, flowers all over it. But first, I'm going to get the background done for the drips because I want to put the drips on and let them dry before I finish it. So I'm using, what do you call these things? Paint chips for both pieces. So I'm just going to put the background on this one real quick, and then we will put the drips on so they can get drying. So how is everybody? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I am well. It's a beautiful sunny day here today. I need to say hugs and blessings to Katrina, Gladys, and Annette. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your kind comments. I really, really appreciate you very, very much. I appreciate all of you. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have been with me a short time or a long time. And if you want to help my channel, please like, subscribe, comment to each other, whatever. Any activity on the channel helps that channel to grow. And that would be fabulous if we could share the fun with more people, right? So I'm just going to put this wood patterned, this is just scrapbook paper that I had in my scrap bin. Like I said, trying to use more of that if I can. I just liked how these kind of orangey colors went pretty well with this wood, I thought. So that was kind of cool. And these paint chips, I get, like, these particular ones come from Lowe's. You know, most paint places that carry paint have paint chips. If you don't have them in your area, I don't know. You can make your own. I know that Carol Laws did last year when I was using the paint chips. She did like faux paint chips where she just put different scrapbook papers together, but left a little white space between them, and those turn out super duper cute. My Winter Fashionista journal, I did put some paint chips in. So yeah, they're just kind of a fun thing to play around with. Gives you a good pop of color and a great background. These ones are a little bit heavier, so they're almost like on cardstock to begin with, so they make a great tag. And this is just statistics book page. I have an old statistics book that I found at the thrift store. Thrift stores are great places to look for junk journal supplies. It's getting harder. I think, I think there's a lot of people using a lot of these items, which is good because it's better than them going into the landfill. So, that's a positive thing. But they're harder to find now. So I'm going to use this vintage photo distress re-inker as for my drips because it's got one of those little drippers. But you could use anything, watercolor on a paintbrush and just, put it up at the top. But I'm just going to try and hope that this works. I have no idea if this will work well or bad or what, but we're going to try. See if we can get it to drip. I don't want tons is the problem, like crazy tons. But I want some drips, right? Gotta get the drips in there. And then we'll let them dry. I do like the way it's, whatchamacallit, spreading out. I don't want it on my shirt though. I could use a little bit more over on this side. It doesn't seem that paint is kind of repelling it. See how it definitely drips, but I kind of like that one just right. Yeah, the paint just kind of repels it. They're more drops than drips, but okay, this will probably take a minute for this to dry, so I'm going to set it aside and hope that it dries cool. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, I'm going to set this on top of my little garbage can so that if it does any more seeping through, it will land on something that doesn't matter. Hopefully. That's just water. If you're wondering what I'm squirting everything with. Okay, so while that dries, while our drips dry, we can start on the next one. I have to make sure I don't have any that's wet because this is very light in color. I have this other paint chip. I love this Mountain Air. It's probably hard to tell on the camera, but it's a super pretty, like icy blue color. I really like it. And then it goes so pretty with this wallpaper. So what are you guys up to? Did you have a good weekend? I hope your weekend was good. I have no idea if my weekend was good because it's Friday for me. So I haven't got there yet. But I'm sure it will be fine. I think I have to do stuff like taxes though, so blah. Got to get all my stuff printed out and figured out. One of my least favorite things to do, I'll tell you. One that doesn't have ink all over it. These make great glue pages. All these ads that come in the mail. I only really get them around Christmas time. The rest of the year I don't really get them much. But I'm definitely going to start keeping them if I get them. Because they are good glue books. And I don't have to feel bad about tossing them afterwards, because at least I used them for something. I like that. That's pretty. I don't really want that on there, though. Oh, my goodness. It's the only problem with the ink is it does migrate to places. And then I have one of JoeyCardmaker's, this is the Edwardian photos that he has in his shop that are fairly new. It's one of those. And the gentleman I'll be using also is from that digital. They're awesome photos. I love them. I love old photos anyway, but... And then I have some old letter on. This paper is almost green. It's an interesting color, but you can see it was like one of those little tear off pages. Perforated, whatever. Tear off pages. This is probably going to go pretty quick today because these just sort of came together really easily for me. Which is lovely when that happens, because some days I stand here and scratch my head for ever. I know I'm covering up most of the mountain air, and that's what I liked, but tip her a little more this way. And I have this pretty green stamp. It was just a pretty combo of colors. This is from my, might be my all-in-one winter add-on or all-in-one winter digital kit. There's two of them, and I can't remember because I just had it over in my little bin over there that I keep on my desk that just has all sorts of random little snippety bits in it. Put her in the middle. So I hope you guys do join me with this one. It's not difficult. I mean, there's definitely weeks when it's harder than other weeks, but you just need one prompt, and you can use anything you want, anything in your scrap bin, just whatever you have. You don't have to buy anything. You can use any background. That's the other thing I needed to say, because I've had people think they had to use like paint chips, and you don't. You use any background that you have. That doesn't matter to me. The only thing is just use the prompt however you want, even. So it's not even like it matters. I think I'll do something like that. And it's up to your interpretation, not mine. Because you could do this with just flowers, just floral, if you wanted to. You don't have to use images of people or any of that if you don't want to. Because I know they're not for everybody. Very pretty. I don't know that I want anything else on there. I'm going to make it into a tag. I'm probably going to have to pause and dry that, because I don't think it's going to be dry at all. Yeah, I like that. It's pretty. I might look for a saying or a something up there. So I'm going to get the other one dry. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I added Be the Reason Someone Smiles. So there is Floral. And then the next one is the drips. And this is what we ended up with. We did get some drips, so I'm fine with it. I think regular paper is obviously a better choice. The paint chip is a little slippery, so it kind of repelled it more than, you know, sucking it in or whatever. So I have another one of Joey's Edwardian photos of a gentleman this time. I do love doing these paint chips. Even the faux ones. Those are very fun, which I've done them. Carol's done them. I think Nancy Pitter's done them. I think Mitzi's done them. Yeah, so you just need all the same size little pieces of like scrapbook paper or whatever kind of paper you want to use. And then you just take a white piece of paper behind and leave little white spaces. So yeah, it's very easy to do. I want to cover up all the drips, but this one's pretty good right here, so I think I'm okay with it. It's not the best drips you've ever seen, but it'll work. Can't get a hold of this 5. This is one of my numbers that I cut on the Glowforge. I can put it right here, I think. Something like that, I guess. So yeah, this is going to go together really fast today. Some take longer, but this just seemed to be easy for me today, so that's nice. So I hope, like I said, I hope you guys will do this one with me. I can't believe that we've already are on number 6 of these. Seems crazy. But I can do a couple a year usually, so you can, you know, obviously get quite a few going that way. What's this? This was just some Graphic 45, I think, paper I had. What do I keep doing with my paper towel? Keep dropping it. Ink all over it. And I will try to remember to link JoeyCardmaker's shop with this kit. I just, if I forget, remind me, and I will go back in and add it. So yeah, that was super speedy today, once we got the drips on there, anyway. For this one, I'm going to use It Never Gets Easier, You Simply Get Better. There's a lot of truth in that. It's kind of like anything, you know, that's really difficult at first, a job or whatever. And you're like, I'm never going to figure this out. And then a year down the road, you're like whizzing through doing your job, no problem. Yeah, it's that kind of thing, I think. And I think you also, at least it's true for me, become less, I mean, I'm a stress case regardless, but small things don't get to you as much as they do when you're younger, I feel like, or at least that's my take on it. So like, it doesn't get easier, it just, you get to where you can deal with it better, I feel like. Some things never get easier or better or whatever. A lot of truth in that. All right, so those went together real well. So 50 stack challenge 6. Number 1 is floral, so that's this lovely lady with her floral background. And number 2 is drips. Oh, we need to turn him into a tag, huh? And I'll back these as well so that they can be written on. Those always go flying and then I have to go hunt them down. Still just a little wet. All right, so let's put them this way actually, right? Floral and drips. So have fun with it. Do it however you would like. And yeah, I will see you again soon. Love ya. Bye.